Real Polak, do 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 do. Real Polak, do 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 do. Real Polak, do 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 do. Real Polak, yeah.
Hey everybody, Real Polak here. A little bit of a serious video here. So, I've been debating on telling this story to you guys for a while. And I call it the greatest story never told. The year was 2019. I bought a little lot in a town called Marblehead, Ohio. It's a peninsula that kind of jets out in the Lake Erie. And I decided to build my weekend getaway house. It's supposed to be 1,500 square foot, and the wife started drawing on the blueprints. 1,500 feet turned into 2,500 square foot. But anyways, it's not the point of the story. So we were digging the foundation, and sorry, it's tough. We're digging the foundation, and something caught my eye. To put it in words, besides my daughter being born and my wife walking down the aisle, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I knew instantly what it was. I was by myself, but I still did a look around because it is a development. Make sure no one seen what I seen. And nobody was there. I ran over. I pulled it out of the dirt. And sure enough, it was a fossil. Not just any regular fossil. It was, I'm pretty sure, the top of the femur of a large dinosaur. Picture this thing right here. Right here. That fits absolutely perfect. I picked it up and I started doing research. First process was to find out its density. It's pretty lightweight. Check number one. Check number two was fossils are porous. So the only way to find out if it's a fossil is to stick your tongue to it. You see it? Check. So I knew instantly what Fossey was. Yeah, I named him. Look at, even on the insides, it looks like bone marrow. Like right here. So I wrapped up the day, texted everybody I knew what I just found, with pictures, and all my buddies are freaking out. So my routine was I'd work up there 3 days a week working on the house, put 1,000 hours into this house before my wife decided to sell it. Never slept in it once. And but anyways, I go to the bar. I didn't want to leave Fossey in my vehicle. So there's a bar up there called Cleats. So sat down at the bar, Plopped Fosse right next to me. Bartender gave me a kind of a weird look. She goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "What do you mean, what am I doing?" She's like, "What is that?" I go, "You know what that is. You know exactly what that is." And she's like, "Holy crap. That's a fossil, isn't it?" I go, "Yes, it is." She goes, "Well, how do you know?"
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this?
She's like, yeah, it's definitely not as dense as a rock. And she's like, "Well, what else?" Stuck my tongue to it. She's like, "No way." I go, "Yeah." She Google searched it. She's like, "Yeah, that's how you tell." She pressed her tongue to the Fosse. She's like, "It's legit." Word spread in the bar. By the time I was ready to leave, there was 20 people waiting in line to lick this fossil. It was probably one of the proudest moments of my life because everybody was like, yeah, it's legit. So went back to the hotel, locked the door, chain locked and deadbolt. And I started taking selfies on the bed with Fosse. I mean, we were rolling around. We had a night. You know what? I went to a Mexican restaurant too. And the Mexican guys, with their heritage and, Aztecs and the Mayans, they know more about fossils. And they're like, see, that's fossil. And I'm like, damn right, that's a fossil. So I get home, show the wife. She's like, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. First call, Natural History Museum, Cleveland. They go, "What do you got?" I go, "You want to know what I got? I got a freaking piece of a femur of some kind of Giganotosaurus. And I'm into fossils and I'm into dinosaurs." And they go, "Oh, yeah?" I go, "Yeah." They're like, "You're funny." And I'm like, "Yeah. Everybody funny. Now you funny too."
I want to tell you a story.
And they go, "Send us some pictures." Send them some pictures. They go, "We'll get back to you in a couple weeks." I'm like, whatever. Next phone call. The creme de la creme of paleontology. Clemson University. Called on the Clemson. Talked to some person. I was just answering phones. And I said, "You give me the head of paleontology ASAP because I got to find up here. There might be a dig site."
Can you dig it, sucker?
"Okay, sir, someone will get back to you." No one got back to me. Still waiting for Natural History Museum. No call, no show. Now, by this time, I'm taking this freaking fossil everywhere. I mean, I'm taking it into supply houses. It's sitting shotgun with seatbelt on. And, I'm showing everybody this thing. Natural History Museum gets back to me. They go, "I got good news and bad news." I go, "What's the bad news?" They go, "It's a rock." I go, "What's the good news?" They go, "It's a really old rock." I'm like, "Well, how do you know that?" And they're like, "Well, you can see all the vertebrae that are embedded in it." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Next call was they go, who else did you talk to? I go, I called Clemson. Clemson gets back to me. They're like, yeah, it's a rock. It's an old rock. Natural History Museum calls me back, says, hey, if you want to drop that off here, you know, we could date the rock, know how old it is. I go, yeah, I'll think about it. I hang up the phone. Why do you want to date a rock?
What is that?
The peck pop of love.
You know that this is a fossil. You know that Fosse is legit. And you want to gank it from me. They called Clemson after I told them I talked to Clemson to tell me the same thing. Total working in cahoots, trying to get my Giganotosaurus upper femur. That was almost 5 years ago. So he's been in hiding. There's no way I'm giving this thing up. Because years from now, they said they've never found a dinosaur bone in Ohio because of the glacier actually pushing all the Earth's crust and transferring it. They've never found one in Ohio. No. I found one. So this is the first time I'm going public with it. Hopefully the word gets out there. I mean, that is freaking legit, man.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Right there. Right there. That was it. So, greatest story never told has just been told. This thing's going to go viral once this gets out. I mean, everyone's going to be up in arms about this. Probably everyone's going to be going to Marblehead, Ohio to look for fossils. So, all right, I do feel better after telling the story. But I appreciate you guys listening. And yeah, let it be known.